Hey everybody, it's Evan. John asked me to give my thoughts on Sea of Thieves. Ta-da!
Mercs Project gets on the first scoop. Yeah, this is why you bring a professional pirate.
I know as a Spawncast, we all came together, tried it out, enjoyed our time with it a little bit, but definitely some flaws, some kind of lackluster things going on in there. The fact that the servers were basically just taking a dump all the time didn't help. But a while after that recording session, I managed to stream a longer-term run, about 3.5 hours of the game, in which I and a crew of 3 of my friends managed to do almost all current content in Sea of Thieves in one go. It took about 3 hours, but we managed to defeat a fortress island. We did a bunch of PvP, had to sail through a hurricane to escape with some loot, and even fought off a kraken. These were all pretty great moments. It was an amazing time with my friends. Had I done this with some randos, it probably wouldn't have been all that incredible. Most likely, I will be playing this on a casual basis, as long as my friends, other people from Spawncast, if they're looking for an extra pirate to crew their ship, I'm down with that completely. But the way I feel about the current state of the game right now is that we're playing what most people on Steam understand as an early access game. I know it's not labeled that way. I know there's really no label other than full release attached to it right now. But there are games that I've played that have been in early access for the better part of 2, 3, even 4 years. They all start the same way. They give us a bare bones understanding of what the world is. Core mechanics are in there, maybe even a little bit of gameplay, but there definitely feels like there's plans for more, and you hope that there is, but it's just currently not there. This feeling is exacerbated by a bunch of dev talks that were given about upcoming DLC for the game. After 3 months of what we currently have, Rare is going to put into the game at least maybe about 70 to 80% of the mechanics I would have preferred them to have in it on launch day. Or at least that's what Rare claims is their goal. It's been going around the internet as something called the Captain's DLC. It's a social overhaul to the game, including clans, hideouts, customizable ships, missions that would be considered more worldwide, maybe even raid-wide. Supposedly a fleet function will be coming in. And that's great if they pull that off down the road. I just don't see why they don't consider that to be their full release game. It's just a guess, but it probably has something to do with Microsoft. There was probably some deadline Rare had to meet, and this was the best they figured they could do now, completely bug tested and ready to go. And it's sad because I feel like I've seen this before. And if you're watching this because you're thinking, man, maybe I kind of want this game, let me see if somebody's gonna push me over the edge, make me spend that money. Do you have friends that are actively playing it? In which case, yeah, sure, go ahead. Does the thought of a random crewmate deciding to up your anchor and steal your ship while you're trying to complete a mission on an island make you laugh? Yeah, go right ahead and pick this game up. Are you looking for a game with a good bit of depth to it, with a lot of functions built in to help you grow a community and allow your friends and you, and maybe even some new people you meet, to become incredibly strong as a unit the further you go in? Well, then maybe you should wait 3 months to see what the DLC brings to the table, because that's really the only place it's going to be coming from, if at all. The only reason to get this game right now, in this moment, is to try to get Pirate Legend before that happens, which, as Rare has stated, isn't an easy task. You would be looking at several weeks of what Rare considers hardcore gaming in order to achieve that status. And apparently that's what you need to be in order to unlock all the customization they're planning and all the potential with how fleets are built, with how captains are chosen. Which is strange to me, because I remember them saying they wanted new players to be able to play this game immediately, no problem. But if they're locked out of this function of the game, aren't they missing out on that for a while? Is that idea not similar to getting gear, leveling up? It just makes their original goal and what they set out and claimed they were trying to do with the game, allowing it to be all-inclusive. It makes it not ring true anymore. So those are my thoughts. It's okay, it hopefully has a great future to it, we'll have to see how that pans out, but it definitely feels like Microsoft's push towards getting a lot of players to want to get their Game Pass, since this is on that. Hopefully between now and the 3-month goal marker they've set for themselves, we'll see maybe a little bit more that allows them to shine a light on what this game is hoping to be. Because if this and maybe a couple bug fixes are all we're going to get in that 3-month time period, we're going to see a player bleed out of most likely biblical proportions.